Thursday, September 4th, marked a shocking turn in Beyond the Gates, opening the door to a storm of secrets that no one in the Fairmont Crest community can escape. The Fairmont Crest community, long hailed as a symbol of wealth, power, and moral standards of the black upper class in the Washington, D.C. suburbs, has now become the center of a storm of scandal that no one could have predicted. All eyes and all gossip revolve around the Dupree family, which was once a role model for the entire community, but is now falling apart because of the secrets that have been exposed. Nicole, who once appeared to the public as a good wife, a good mother, and the spiritual pillar of the family, now has to face the harsh truth that her husband, Ted, has been cheating on her for decades. What was more painful was not just Ted's affair or concealment of a secret relationship, but the brazenness with which he built a whole curtain of drama to blind his wife, children, and the community. Nicole was stunned when she saw the undeniable evidence, documents, pictures, and even financial traces proving that the betrayal had been long-term and systematic. The collapse in her heart came not only from the loss of her marriage but also from the feeling of being deceived for so long, as if her whole life was just a play in which she had unwittingly played the leading role without knowing it. While Nicole was still stunned by the truth, another shock came when Bill, the man who was considered to be above the family's internal turmoil, was suddenly exposed as the one who had assisted Ted in hiding the secret. Bill had long been respected by the community for his calm demeanor, his tact in handling relationships, and his always honest appearance, but now that image had completely disappeared. The fact that Bill not only knew about Ted's secret relationship but also helped keep it a secret made everyone feel betrayed once again. People began to wonder how many other secrets were hidden behind this mask of luxury and power. The double betrayal from two close men turned the Dupree family into the center of suspicion, causing every member to look back and wonder who could be trusted after all. Nicole went from being a symbol of perfection to the center of pity and gossip. The lavish parties and community council meetings that she used to enter with her head held high now became an obsession. Because every look, every whisper was like a dagger stabbing straight into her heart. Losing her husband, her honor, her place in her family and community, Nicole gradually fell into a state of both pain, anger, and a thirst for revenge. She no longer wanted to maintain her gentle, graceful image as before, but began to nurture the intention of exposing everything that was hidden in the darkness. For Nicole, if she herself was pushed into the abyss, she would drag all the traitors down with her. In that collapse, a dangerous fire was lit, promising to turn her into the factor that caused the next earthquake in Fairmont Crest. Meanwhile, the loyalty that had been the bond between the powerful families in the community now began to falter. The Dupree family looked at Hamilton with suspicion, and Hamilton felt pulled into the vortex of an unwanted tragedy. The friendly handshakes and promises of honor that had been made before now became a double-edged sword, as everyone wondered if the person next to them was hiding some other terrible truth. Disunity began to appear at every family meal, at every closed meeting, and in every relationship that was supposed to be strong. Each person carried within them a fear of exposure, and at the same time, they were determined to protect themselves at all costs, even if it meant betraying those closest to them. But the tragedy did not stop there. The exposure of Ted and Bill was only the beginning of a much larger storm of secrets. Old files are dug up, financial documents that were thought to have been buried are uncovered. And testimonies from people outside the family begin to emerge, creating an increasingly dark picture. Some claim that Ted's secret relationship was not just romantic, but involved shady financial arrangements that could have serious legal consequences. The revealed documents also show the involvement of many other members of the community, which means that if one link collapses, the entire chain of power at Fairmont Crest will be caught in a spiral of crisis. Secrets that have been kept secret for many years are gradually being revealed, promising to ignite fierce confrontations between factions. Not only breaking up individual families but possibly wiping out the entire Fairmont Crest empire that was once a source of hope. The turmoil in the Dupree family and the rift in the community is not just a scandal of everyday life, but has become a real war, where honor, money, power and even blood ties are put on the scale. In that war, no one is considered innocent, no one is allowed to stand aside. Every step, every decision can now lead to the collapse of an entire system. And in that chaotic context, Nicole, Ted, Bill and the rest will have to choose. Continue to hide to keep the remaining honor, or expose everything in exchange for freedom, even if it costs the entire Fairmont Crest community to be buried in an unprecedented sea of scandal. All of that is just the beginning, and ahead are episodes that promise to be even more dramatic, darker, and more surprising. Stay tuned for more shocking developments from Beyond the Gates, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any secrets that are about to be revealed.